Okay, let's be honest. Have you ever been walking alone? Maybe at night or in a quiet place and you hear your name whispered on the wind?
Yeah, what's that? What's that?
I know I have. For some reason, my brain goes into full panic mode, like I definitely shouldn't turn around or respond. Turns out, I'm not alone in this weird feeling, and it all comes back to the weirdness of superstitions. But why the heck do we fall for this stuff? Turns out, superstitions aren't a sign you're crazy. They're a sign you're human. Think back to our caveman ancestors. Spotting patterns was key to survival. That rustling in the bushes might be a tiger. Our brains got really good at connecting the dots, even when those dots don't form a real picture. Problem is, sometimes our brains see patterns that aren't there. Like seeing faces in clouds, that's how you end up thinking spilled salt means doom is coming. Superstitions are like that. Our brains trying to make order out of chaos. That's why some are about bringing good luck, like finding a 4-leaf clover, while others are about avoiding bad luck. Of course, we now know that breaking a mirror won't actually give you 7 years of misfortune, but try telling that to your anxious brain. Remember that time you wore your lucky shirt and had a good day? Your subconscious was like, aha, write that down. This happened to me recently. Wore my favorite socks to an interview, and I think it actually boosted my confidence. Superstitions are silly, but sometimes they have a funny way of working. The thing is, we crave control, especially when life feels unpredictable. Superstitions are like a shortcut, a way to feel like we're influencing things outside our control. And hey, if doing a little dance before a job interview makes you feel calmer, who's it hurting? Sometimes superstitions even work because they become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Think about a basketball player convinced his lucky socks make him unstoppable. That confidence boost might actually make him play better. It's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you truly believe something, your brain can sometimes make it happen. The mind's a powerful thing, even when it's being a little silly. But here's where it gets really interesting. Superstitions vary wildly, depending on where you grew up. Did you know in Japan, spilling salt is considered good luck, used to purify a space? In Egypt, seeing an owl is a sign of bad things to come. Meanwhile, in some Native American cultures, owls are seen as wise protectors. It just proves superstitions are totally made up. Speaking of made up, people used to have some wild superstitions. Carrying a potato to ward off illness, sleeping with an axe under your bed to cure a toothache, wearing your clothes inside out to stop a rainstorm. Makes avoiding ladders seem pretty logical, doesn't it? So, should you toss your lucky charms and banish those bedtime rituals? Probably not. Here's the thing. Superstitions are mostly harmless. And let's be honest, they can be kind of fun. Think of them as sprinkles on the cake of life, a dash of silliness in a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming. Plus, there's a chance your little rituals might actually give you a boost. Remember that self-fulfilling prophecy thing? If you truly believe your lucky socks will make you ace that presentation, you might just approach it with more confidence and focus. The mind is a powerful tool, even if you're using it to imbue magical powers into your footwear. The key is not to get too reliant on your lucky charms. Imagine if your lucky socks suddenly decided to retire and move to Florida. Panic stations, right? It's good to have a backup plan, just in case your lucky rabbit's foot accidentally hops away. But hey, that's the beauty of superstitions. They're a reminder that sometimes a little ritual, a silly belief, can make us feel a bit more in control. So, the next time you catch yourself avoiding cracks in the sidewalk, remember, you're channeling your inner caveman. Embrace the absurdity, have fun with it, and maybe double-check your potato stock isn't growing mold. Speaking of weird experiences that our brains love to make up, have you ever been paralyzed by fear while waking up? Turns out, there's a whole science to sleep paralysis. Check out my first video to understand this freaky sleep glitch. What superstition do you or your family hold? I'd love to hear it in the comments, and please don't forget to show some love by subscribing to the channel.